today I'm shooting the vintage archery 190 grain Meathead Broadhead. This is the carbon steel version of the Tuffhead brand Broadhead. I have a 100 grain steel broadhead adapter, and then inside the shaft I have a 100 grain brass insert. Just for fun, I jumped on Gold Tip's website, put all the data in for this arrow, and came up with a 685 grain arrow, and I am shooting this out of a compound and they fly like darts. So let's go see what the FOC looks like. So once you've calculated your arrow weight, at the top there's a place to put the arrow weight to calculate the FOC. You hit the calculate button, and for this particular setup I came out with a 23.92% FOC, which is a whomper. Let's see what it does. Yeah, April 2nd, this time of year the big hogs come out, and I'm here to tell you, you shoot single bevels and you shoot a very high FOC arrow and it really helps with the big hogs when they get the shield. The moon is up, as you can see right there. There she is. When that moon's up during the daytime, 6 days before the full moon is where we are right now, those pigs love to come out. It's a little tip for you. Look at the moon phase and hunt the 10 days up to the full moon. So my video's not the greatest. I'm shooting this with a regular camera. If any of you out there know how to do this better in the dark, please email me and let me know how I can upgrade. This is a picture with my regular camera, and it does fine, but when you get it back on video, it gets a little dark. So I wait around for a quartering in shot to really test the single bevel bone breaking ability. It's also a really short shot into the vitals, if you can get through the bones. Here comes the arrow on about a 125 pound bore. Boom. So I accomplished the task of putting the Tuffhead and the high FOC arrow right on the point of the shoulder, quartering in, and broke his shoulder blade. We'll see more formal parts of the autopsy here in just a second. From here forward, if you are squeamish or do not like to see the insides of an animal, you need to turn the video off now, because we're going to go inside and show the broken bones. It's going to be cool. So I peeled back the first layer of skin here, and you can see the nice hole from the torquing action of the Tuffhead. Really opened him up nice. So here's where the arrow went in right here, and I've cut back some of the skin. So here's a flat back here to see the shoulder blade process right there. And then this piece right here really exposes the ball on the long bone that goes down the front. And then this cap right here is supposed to be attached to the end of the scapula on top of that ball. It is shattered completely off. And that's the end of the scapula right there. The shoulder blade is severed completely by the Tuffhead. It snapped it completely off of the cap and off the ball. So if that thing will break the bones and break the cap off like this on a pig, what will it do to a white-tailed deer? Just think about that this fall when you're considering broadheads and what you're going to be able to do with them. Tests. We all know that if your broadhead does not arrive sharp, once it penetrates through bone and through into the thorax, if the blades are dulled, your killing ratio will go down. These days, a lot of the broadheads are made lighter, and they're supposed to be faster, but they're not necessarily more durable. And how sharp are they really? This is a 190 Tuffhead right out of the package. If your broadhead does that right out of the package, it's fantastic. This big honking pig howitzer is going to stay sharp, break through bone, and get the job done. And do you really think I enjoy carrying this backpack around and walking through the mud? I actually do. So you should subscribe to the channel, like it, subscribe, so that I have more reason to come out and walk through the woods and get eaten by bugs in the mud. Thanks for your
shoot about 185 yards, but it's really not fair to shoot at them that far, so I try not to do it. But if you were here, you know,